Hey guys, welcome to another video. I just want to thank you guys that have been watching or, just at least curious about what I've been doing with these unboxings. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to hop right into it. In the midst of all this Marvel versus Sony with the Spider-Man property, I thought it would be fitting to unbox a Spider-Man Far From Home. It's the basic figure. It's part of the Molten Man Build-A-Figure, but this is the solo. There's no piece in it, as you can see right there. It's just Spider-Man. Yeah, so we're gonna crack it open, take a look at it, give it a quick review in honor of this tumultuous time for Sony and Marvel. Hopefully they'll figure it out, because there's just way too much money to be had and way too much entertainment to be made, i.e. these figures. This is probably one of the best basic figures I've seen to date. It's very classic. It has that, it's the Ditko suit is what they call it. Alright, let's crack it open. Alright, I'm back, and I took it out of the box, but I didn't want to, let's say, spoil the fun by not allowing you SMR freaks to listen to the plastic crackle. I'm told that a lot of people like that sound. But here's the figure, and might as well put the box in front of me too. I do appreciate that Hasbro is allowing, and they're just taping these boxes so you don't damage the box if you guys are into the box. I don't care either way. It is tempting to keep it as a nice box, as you can see, but it's not really my thing. I'll figure it out later. So SMR Geeks, here's the crackle for you. So as you can see, it's a basic figure, not a lot of accessories, just a couple of hands to replace the already posed hands. So you got web slinger hand right there on the left hand, and web slinger hand for the right. And then the right, or left I should say, kind of grip hand for the web. Doesn't come with any webs, but there's a lot of people customizing stuff nowadays, which is cool. Just a brief history of my collecting. I started way back when. I think what captured me was the original Kenner Batman animated series. I had those forever, and I got rid of those most recently to upgrade to other things. But now Hasbro, it just ignited a whole new world for me. Their sculpts are amazing. Their artists or their sculpt artists are top notch. It looks like DC can't even touch them. They might have to, in my opinion, talk to Hasbro, or Mattel have a partnership with Hasbro. Hasbro just bought Death Row Records, so they're basically buying my childhood. That's another topic. Let's go back to the figure. Okay, so the Ditko suit. Very, very cool coloring. Let me adjust the light here. So you get this very blue-black color on Spidey. You got the ab crunch, right? You got all the bells and whistles as far as the twisty thighs, double jointed knee. So very, very posable. I love the drama of the way the head sculpt looks. He can look at you like he's falling. Little butterfly on the shoulders. All around a really well-made figure. You can have him all sorts of parkour poses. And we're looking right at you, slinging a web like that. So the possibilities are endless. Very cool figure. And he's pretty sturdy too. Stands pretty, pretty well balanced figure. It's very light figure actually. But, Spider-Man is a light thin character. Let's zoom in on him a little bit. Oop, the other way. I guess as far as I can zoom. Let's see, what else can I show you this guy? There's no ankle roll, not that I can see. Yeah, maybe that's the weak part of the figure. It's not a lot of ankle movement. Just straight forward and back. But I think everything else looks pretty solid. I'm not really a huge Spider-Man collector. I do love the character as a whole. Very dynamic and, you know, really in-depth tropes with him. Very relatable. But I'm more of an X-Men guy. I kind of dig the turmoil that they go through, not the soap opera that Spider-Man goes through on the daily. They definitely made him more interesting in the current movies. Never read a lot of the comics myself, but I respect Spider-Man's, you know, let's say iconic place in comics lore. Sorry, I keep playing with him just so I can get you guys a good visual of what he looks like. Let's see, let's put him by a bigger figure, like Cap. Here's the Cap from the his World War II with motorbike set. So Cap definitely looks more like a linebacker as opposed to Peter Parker's like swimmer style body, which is great. I mean, he is a super soldier, Captain America, so he should be towering, football build, and Superman-like figure. And Peter Parker is the everyday guy that just happens to have super strength. Yeah. Not much else I can say. I'm sorry about this whole MCU versus Sony. Like I said, there's too much money to be had. That's my commentary about it. But in lieu of all of that politics, this figure is very hard to find. And it's becoming more increasingly hard to find because it is such a basic figure. Kind of like the Batman animated, if you look, I don't know, I haven't kept up with it, but it was the most collectible one. It was just the basic figure. And this is a basic figure. So if you see it, don't hesitate, just grab it for as cheap as you can and add it to your collection. You know, this might be one of those that becomes a holy grail because it's so basic. You know, most kids like, you know, web shooters and other things. This just basic figure with two hands, probably a lot harder to find. What else was I going to say? Yeah, since I'm not a Spider-Man collector per se, I definitely gravitate more towards Captain America and X-Men. I'm debating on whether I should throw this up on eBay with other things. So what I'll do in the links is not only add my, because I do toy photography, so I'll probably start adding that, my Instagram on there. And on top of that, you should check out my eBay because some of these figures will probably end up on my eBay so I can upcycle towards the next figure because I really don't have a lot of space. So I'm just trying to keep it as geeky and functional as possible without filling up this tiny, tiny studio that I call a studio. Alright, thanks for listening to my rant. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. I'm very new at this, so I'll take any criticism that you guys have, and you know, what should I spend more time on? Was it the SMR, you know, of do people like this sound? You know, I want to know. I'm really, you know, I'm doing this for me, so hopefully it entertains some of you guys because toys have been my passion for a long time. Just didn't have a lot of time to spend with it. But now I do, a little bit, anyway. Alright, thanks for listening to my rant. Okay, I just bored Cap to death. That's a good sign to leave. Leave a like, subscribe if you'd like. Comments are great, because it's it could only get better from here. My dialogue, my production. I'm stuck here with an iPad for now, and I'm going to see if I can work in other technologies to help this production look better. Yeah. Thanks again. See you soon. Next video.